Sandy here, and welcome back to Stretch the Sketch. Now, this is a monthly series that a group of us do. We take a sketch and then we stretch it, shrink it, twist it, do all kinds of funky things to it. Today, we are going to be using this sketch. I'm going to be doing these three kind of scenery photos from fall last year at Disneyland. And I've got my How to Kill a Kit with Style, and I've also pulled in these August sequins from Spiegel Mom's Scraps called Citrus Twist. So let's see what I can do. So I feel like I went a little bit of traditional Disney colors on this, but I did add pops of other color. So I am using this Vickie Bouton paper here, and I'm going to stretch it across the entire layout. However, I am leaving some space over here on the left-hand side. I'm pulling that directly from the sketch. I decided to go with 3 photos, and I'm going to do something that I don't do a whole lot, and that is going to be to cut a photo apart so that it spans across 2 pages. Now, that isn't something I like to do a whole heck of a lot on my pages. It makes me feel funny, makes me a little uncomfortable, guys, I'm not going to lie, but I felt like this photo, I could cut it off in a good place. So Donald's little pumpkin head is by himself. I didn't cut up any of the mini pumpkin head, and I'm okay with just cutting the regular old pumpkins. They're not something that is super duper spectacular that I have to worry about slicing through the photo. Now, what I do have to do is figure out how I want the spacing on this bad boy. I take a peek at the sketch, and then I realize that there is more space on the bottom than there is on the top, so I take a little peek at that and decide, you know what, I gotta do that as well. So I'm going to add some more adhesive because I don't want the photos popping up once I cut apart the page, because what I'm going to do is place this entire photo mat down spanning both pages, and then I'm just going to use the edge of the layout there to figure out where to place Donald's head so he doesn't get chopped up. Now, this heart paper I've pulled out and thought about using on multiple layouts while I've been using my Kill a Kit, and this one is the first time that it actually gets used. I like the colors in it. I think that it is a good kind of paper to just bring it together. So these photos are from the Disneyland trip that Lana and I took last year, and it's not going to have all traditional Disney themed products in it, but I wanted to have a little bit that felt, it felt themey. I find that really the only themed scrapbooking I actually use for theme scrapbooking is travel, especially airplanes, and Christmas and Disney. So I don't use a whole lot of other themed products. I don't feel like I do. I mean, I did just do a layout with toilet paper on it documenting the empty shelves at the store. But other than that, I don't think I'm a huge theme scrapper. So I'm taking this circle heart wood veneer, and I am going to go ahead and put some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive around the outside of it to just have this yellow background. Now, I wanted the yellow background. I chose specifically yellow instead of doing a white because I am going to fill this circle with some glue, and then I'm just going to dump in the sequins. So you guys know that I love to individually place sequins down and figure out where the colors should go, but this time I just dumped them in there. And I love how this turned out. This wood veneer is from the Scrapping Reflections website, so there is that. I decided to leave the heart empty because there is so much going on in the circle space that I don't need to do anything with the heart. Now, I am using my old Creative Memories multi-purpose tool. I did get a new one. If you need a Creative Memories consultant, mine is amazing. Her name is Vickie, and her link will be down below. So I am just going to kind of move around the sequins a little bit, make sure that they're all going to touch a little bit of the glue and they're going to stay stuck down, because what I don't want to happen is to lift up the circle and a bunch of sequins fall out. I definitely want there to be enough stick so that they don't do that. It's not a fun time. Now this is the Citrus Twist new sequin set for the month of August from Spiegelmom Scraps. I will have a link down below for that as well. So on the sketch, it kind of has what looks like space for another photo, but I'm not going to do that. My filled wood veneer frame is going to go there. I decide that I need more matte to this photograph. It just doesn't feel right. Like the balance of the page is just off for me, so I feel like the matte needs to be thicker. So I go ahead and do that with this pink paper that also is from my Killer Kit. I'm going to add the adhesive down, and I just try to figure out where I like it the best. Now, I thought about lifting it up, but I didn't like that whatsoever. It quickly came back down to the bottom of the page so that it's hanging down here. And then I realized that since I did not wait for my yellow piece to dry completely, when I put in my sequins, I actually shifted the paper a little bit, so I needed to trim off the excess. I'm just going to use my pin blade to do that. Now this second mat right there is a glue mat. It is not meant for glue. It is a self-healing cutting mat. However, I do use that bad boy as a glue mat. So if I'm ever gluing sequins or anything like that, backing cut files, that kind of thing, that mat comes out. That way my main mat that I work on isn't going to get all gluey and get the glue boogies on it, because glue boogies, ugh, what a pain. Now I grab my Paper House Productions sticker book here, and this sticker book is, you know, it's meant to be a planner sticker book, but planner stickers can be used in scrapbooking. Definitely. There's no reason to not use planner stickers in scrapbooking, because planner people use scrapbooking stickers, so scrapbookers should be able to use planner stickers. And I like them. They're bright, they're colorful, and they make me happy. And I figured out something fun to do with all the little check boxes, because I honestly had no idea what I was ever going to use those for with this sticker packet. But there's so many other good stickers that even if I didn't come up with something to use the check boxes for, I would still be perfectly happy purchasing it. So I grabbed these two pretty kind of photorealistic a little bit stickers, and I matted the cloud one on yellow, and I matted the balloon one on pink, and I'm just going to nestle them together underneath of my big sequin statement there. So I grab a sticker that says today's events, and then I'm going to go into my stash and grab this khaki colored banner. Now this was not in my original kit, but it's okay. I have no problem whatsoever bringing in more stuff to my Killer Kit. I'm going to use some fun foam to pop my sequin guy up, but guys, later on I pull that up because I realized that it's just too high off the page. It doesn't look right. Thankfully, I peel it up pretty easily. I don't really have to worry about the glue already drying, because there is wet glue in the sequins and there is wet glue on the other side, so I think it just wasn't dry fully and it was easy to pull up. Now I am pulling in some Castle acrylic and some acrylic and wood veneer stars and arrows, and these are all from the Scrapping Reflections Magical Memories release as well. Again, the link will be down below. I absolutely adore that teeny tiny yellow acrylic star. I'm going to create a cluster over here by the balloons, and then I'm going to create a little cluster over here by the castle. Now I know that my title is going to be done in black because those thickers are the ones that I have in my kit, and I also have the black and white 5th and Monaco puffy words that I will be using for the title. So this is where I come up with, I think, is just a genius idea, and I was completely pleased with myself when I came up with it. Now in the sketch, it looks like there's some journaling around the photographs, but instead what I do is grab the check boxes, and they are in black and they are in gold, and I'm just going to alternate them around the edge of the photographs, so it's giving me that element that is in the sketch, and it's also helping me use up all those checkbox stickers for a planner that I don't use. So it just works. Now I mess around a little bit with the words and trying to figure out where I want to put them. Do I really want to cut a word in half? No, I don't. So since I decide I really don't want to cut a word in half, I decide to use 2 of the words to start my title, and it is going to be real happiness. Now, I would not have added the word real unless I did it like I did here, because my title has to span across both pages because of my placement. Or I think it has to span across. You could probably put your title just on one side, but I like the way that it reads all the way across the page. So I added that extra word real. So normally I would just be happiness is in Disneyland. Because, going to Disney, it's just my happy place, you guys. It feels magical as soon as you step on property, and it's just a fun time. So I go ahead and use my thickers. I'm going to bring in a thicker arrow over here as well, just to bring a little bit more black to this side of the layout, because my title is a lot of black lettering, and I needed to make sure that I had black over on the right hand side as well. Now the entire time that I am putting together this layout, I'm thinking I'm going to outline the layout in black, because that is usually what I do when I have a white layout. I usually do a doodly outline. Now this time I decided not to do that. I figured that the white page really didn't feel like it was kind of flying off into space. And I'm not sure if that's because of the little check boxes around it or what, but in my mind, I don't feel like the layout is going to fall off the page. And that's usually why I add a border, is because when I look at it, I'm like, ooh, it looks like it's going to fly away. And I know that that probably sounds messed up, but that's just the way my brain works, so that's what we do. Now I am just going to adhere all of the acrylic pieces with the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. It works great for it. No problems with it. Love it. Now I am going to grab my pen blade and my... I can't remember what the heck these little jobbies are called, but anyway, it has a channel in the center of the ruler so you can cut a straight line. So I go ahead and use that. Didn't add enough pressure, so I just go ahead and run that pen blade through it one more time. Now I do want to take a moment to remind you while I'm gluing down these pieces to make sure that you visit everyone in the link down below that is participating in Stretch the Sketch this month. And if you hopped on over from someone else's channel, welcome, glad to have you here. And I just really appreciate the fact that you came over to check out my video today. Now I am trying to figure out what I need to do. So I feel like there needs to be a little bit more embellishment over on this side. I am completely ignoring the banners and the buttony type things on the sketch this month. Just because I don't want to put banners and buttony things on this sketch. I just don't want to do it, so I'm not going to. I decide to grab another arrow and some more of the acrylic, and I just built a little cluster right here next to the Disneyland word. And now I feel like, the layout is definitely much more cohesive. I feel like it still needs just a little bit more embellishment over here by the Disneyland word. I don't know why I'm trying to put more over on the left-hand side when I'm thinking it needs more on the right-hand side, but there it is. That's what I do. So I am going to look through my stickers and look through some tiny word phrase type stickers, some chipboard stickers, and eventually I decide to use this guy that says, what does it say? Work your magic? Make your magic? Something about your magic. Work your magic. I do add a little adhesive to the back of that sticker because for some reason these stickers from American Crafts don't want to stay stuck down. They kind of just pop up, and that's not cool. So I am going to add a little bit more acrylic over here next to Work Your Magic, And then that is going to do it, guys. Oh, I lied. That is not going to do it, guys. I have a couple more stickers that I'm going to add from this Amy Tangerine Puffy sheet. I do add a camera and a couple little arrows. I figured I already had multiple arrows over here. Might as well have more because more is more. And then I figured I should probably add another arrow over here to the right hand side as well. And I'm futzing around with the puffy stickers for much longer than I really need to. At first I was trying to put it down here, but I just thought that that looked awful, and I kind of liked it there, but it really didn't, the weight of it really didn't fit well, so I just moved it over here. So now I truly am finished, you guys. I will be adding journaling later. My husband even asked me if I was going to journal on this page, and I was like, I will, I just don't feel like doing it right now. So there it is. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click on everyone's link down below so you can hop along and see how everyone else decided to stretch the sketch. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.